Holy shit, what a wild Champions League week. Unbelievable. We just got done finishing watching Bayern against Madrid and Sporting against Arsenal. Bayern come out on top and go through. Arsenal go through as well. Hi, my name is Diego Serrano. Welcome to our latest edition of the Pub Footy Podcast. I got the two boys here with me, Coach John Martinez, Carlos Castro. John's got the Arsenal jersey. They head on to the semifinal. Wow. I mean, damn. You don't have your Madrid on today, Carlos, but
No.
it was a valiant effort from the Madrid boys. As a Barca fan, we both got knocked down the same round. Hey, it is what it is. But I thought they gave their best. They gave their best punches. It was a fucking wild game. But definitely want to hear from you boys. Let's start with the Bayern Madrid game, because I think for me that was the more exciting game of the two. 4-3 game at the Alliance Arena. 6-4 on aggregate. Bayern go through. Again, Madrid gave their best punches. I'll go with you first, Carlos. First initial thoughts?
First initial thoughts. I mean, obviously, it's a game that everyone's excited to see. It's two heavyweights going at it. Madrid, even though they have a weaker team, Champions League doesn't matter, right? They come out, throw out their punches, and showcase why they are Madrid, and this is like one of their competitions, right? But overall, I'm not upset, but just how the game ended, I just have like a sour taste in my mouth.
The double red?
The double red hurt. It's not fully Camavinga's fault why Madrid doesn't, go to overtime and make it, but it just leaves a sour taste in your mouth because after 85 minutes of them, giving it their all, a little mistake like that kind of ruins the game and it's GG's for Madrid. Right?
Yeah. I mean, even if we think about the first game, right? The first leg, I thought it was a back and forth game. Manuel Neuer had one of the games of his life. It kind of reminded me of Jan Sommer from last year, the Inter-Barca game, right? I don't know how many saves he had, but it was a game where Neuer came big for Bayern to get that result. And I think today, again, I think Madrid did everything they could to keep the game or to keep the series within their reach. They go to overtime, maybe PKs, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. The double red, and again, they didn't convert their chances in the first leg, which I think we all knew was going to bite them in the ass for leg two. John, thoughts?
Don't confuse high-scoring football with good football from either side, because
it wasn't good football.
I mean, in terms of the goal scoring, I thought
some good goals though.
The best goal was Olise's and Mbappe's.
Mbappe's goals, nice.
But I mean, to be fair, Arda Güler hits it really well. But like you said, Manuel Neuer plays the game
Great
of his
first
life.
Game, yeah,
and it was absolutely.
He had a wild save on Mbappe in the second half, though, which is a strong.
I saw it. I saw it. It was strong
crazy,
arm.
Bro.
But
only Neuer makes those stops.
But do you credit more Neuer or you're Mbappe thinking I just gotta put it somewhere where the keeper's not, because that ball was incredible from Trent.
I mean, incredible ball.
That's on a platter. It's like perfect speed. I've seen Mbappe hit volleys like that, and I mean,
he hits it insanely hard and on target.
On target, correct.
Which is kind of all you want. And with the speed he hit it at, like, it's going in on, I think, most goalies. Like a deflection in, and he hit it so fucking hard.
I also think the second goal. I mean, what's
the free kick? The free kick. Yeah,
that's also another terrible goal.
Michael actually didn't give Neuer that much shit for it, to be honest.
The second one for the free
kick. Yeah.
Why not? He's like
to me, it seemed like an old. It seemed like an old keeper that couldn't
get there.
Jump
he
off.
Couldn't like opposite arm. I'm not a goalkeeper, but opposite arm extend. I mean, he just looked like he couldn't get there on time, right? So
yeah.
And then Lunen's first goal? What's he doing? Like I mean, it's exciting. It was fast. Trust me, I had both games going on, and obviously I'm watching Arsenal, but I'm not paying no mind because it's very cruise control.
That was great football, though.
It was terrible football. It was terrible. It was cruise control. It was lock-in football. You advance the semifinal regardless of if it's 0-0, right? But I don't want people to be over here and tell me like, oh my goodness, it was because it was so high scoring that, people dismissed the very, very, very bad mistakes that were done. I mean, obviously, it's so entertaining. I'm fucking over here like, holy shit, 3-2 first half. It's 5 goals, but I'm like, what the fuck? Giving them goals. Because 3 out of the 5 goals, I think were pretty given from goalkeepers.
Diaz's goal was quality as well.
No, I'm talking about the first 3 in the first half. The first half.
I mean, I think similar to Schmeichel. I mean, Arda hit it fine. It could have been saved, but I don't blame that 100% on Neuer, honestly. The first one was, first one was a blunder, second one was a blunder, and then you kind of give it to him. That's more Ardo's goal, I think, than Neuer's mistake on that third one.
No shot, man.
50
I don't know.
me.
50
I don't know.
yeah.
I think it's more. I think he does really well putting himself in a good position to score a goal. I can't completely discredit him, but when you're talking about a goalkeeper of that caliber, it's got to be saved.
Yeah. But
Right?
even
And
besides, like, those mistakes, like, there were chances on both ends. Like, Madrid was
very wide
defending
open.
their ass off on defense, like 7, 8 people in the box while
Yeah,
Bayern's
Rudiger
in the
had to
box.
clear that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rudiger,
Well,
there was
Bayern's high line, I think, is very. His high line thing kills me every time I see it.
because it gets
I mean, they got
exposed every
exposed
time.
today with Mbappe goal.
I mean, last week too. I mean, last week they were exposed on multiple occasions where they should be putting it away, right? I think if Real Madrid take their chances, I think just like Barcelona, right? They take their chances. I think it's a different story.
Yeah, I
But I
mean,
think
and
on
especially in
other
this
side
game,
as well,
like, yeah, I mean, both teams kinda had chances, but Madrid in this game, I think, had
I
the
clear
clearer
chances.
chances. Like, Vinny
Damn, you
Vinny
think
missed
so? I thought last week, man.
last week,
Last
I
week
think
Madrid looked
Bayern
dangerous.
I feel like last week, I think Bayern could have put the game away, and they were missing, from what I remember.
There
It's
was clear
tough.
chances. Neuer made some unbelievable saves last week.
Yeah.
I think there were a lot of last week. I think there were a lot of like half chances, and Neuer made some good saves. Like half
Mhm.
chances where like the angle's a bit off, but Mbappe's still getting a shot off, getting it on
Yeah.
target, and Neuer's making the save. Right. I think today was more like clear cut 1-on-1 in front of goal. You got to put it away type chances where it's like you need to put it somewhere where the goalkeeper's not.
Yeah.
So based on the way you guys both saw both games, did Madrid lose the series in the first leg or the second leg?
I think
Got
in
to
the
be the
second
first
leg.
leg. Oh, you
For
think the
me, I
second? I
think
think
There
the
you
first.
go. There you
I
go,
think the
John.
first. I think the first because you're home. I think like if
I
you
think
think about a big
Bayern
picture.
I think Madrid kinda sneaking away with 1 goal lost last week was a win, because I think Bayern could have beat them by 3-4 last week.
Fair. But they also could have scored too, so
And then
I
vice
don't know.
versa.
But then this week, I think Madrid was just the better team, and they had the clearer chances. The Mbappe goal was an insane save, but Vinny missed a sweaty inside the 6, he just mishit it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Missed
yeah,
the
the one
crossbar too.
Mbappe laid off.
He hit the crossbar too. I think Madrid lost to this leg, because they were up the whole time. They were
Yeah.
winning
Yeah, and then the
until,
double
last
red, right?
and then
Because
the yeah,
it was
Madrid
tied
lost to
until
this
it
leg.
was how many minutes before going overtime?
5.
He got in the 86 minutes, so
Yeah. At least
about,
5.
like, 5 to 7 minutes with overtime.
Do you guys give Madrid the chance if they went to overtime?
Oh, probably. I
You
think
It
have
so
was
to.
a back
because
and forth game, I
I
thought,
think
for
I
the
think
most
I
part.
think I think Bayern were kind of like like
A
a
deer in
deer in
headlights
headlights
almost.
in moments. Yeah, they like I was like surprised that they were able to. Mind you, they only lost 1 game at home. Well, they've only lost 1 game at home all year. So for them to do that at home kind of tells you kind of the, I guess, influence that Madrid has in the Champions League, right? These guys are making these mistakes and keeping a team like that in it because
Yeah.
you just never know with Real Madrid in the Champions League. And I think
Yeah, but
I think now I lean towards what Carl's saying. Like as he breaks it down, I think they got lucky to get out of there. But
yeah, I mean, having Vinny,
you take
Mbappe,
it,
Arda
right?
Güler, like you have players that no matter how Madrid is doing in the standings at any given moment in La Liga or whatever, they can produce moments like the ones we saw today, right? And I agree with you guys. I thought it was really strange to see how Bayern. For me, it almost felt like the goals they didn't concede last week, they were conceding them early today. So that's why I thought it was pretty fair at halftime that the aggregate was tied.
It was tied.
And then to be honest, them going overtime, I thought was pretty fair too. Both had chances in both games, both missed, some incredible saves. So I don't know. I thought for me it was going to be a game of which superstar was going to make that final impact. And then Luis Diaz off a nice little 1-2 in Musiala. That was pretty smart of Musiala, just healing
The
it back,
layoff.
right?
Yeah.
Him coming off the
He's
bench
so
too
good.
is fucking massive, dude.
Yeah,
Imagine just a Musiala coming off the bench for your team. Like,
Yeah.
how good is that team, man?
yeah,
Insane.
yeah. So
So
Bayern go through. They will face PSG, which by a lot of people's standards think that is the final because those are the two best teams left. But let's talk about the second game: Arsenal Sporting.
The stand.
No, let's get into PSG right now. Since we just
Okay,
do
okay.
Bayern plays PSG, we'll just talk PSG a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the game yesterday. PSG Liverpool. PSG win 4-0 on aggregate. They get 2 goals at Anfield. What was it? Szoboszlai was saying that he's 20 whatever and that he'd give his life to overturn to do the remontada in Anfield. I thought Liverpool had some moments where they could have they could have scored earlier and they could have applied more pressure on PSG, but PSG is just too good. When you give them time and space, they're gonna, they're gonna punish you. So I think obviously overall PSG is the better team overall, and then on the two legs you see the difference 4-0. But I thought Liverpool had a really great effort, and I thought Anfield did provide some spark, and PSG were on their heels for a bit, but Bacho in the back was a fucking beast. One of his better games, I
Marquinhos.
thought, of the season. Just definitely just proving his value more and more each and every game. But thoughts on the 4-0 PSG Liverpool?
I mean, I just think similar to last year, I think PSG is just ticking at the right time of the year and playing free flowing, attacking football. You see a Doué, and not Mbappe, a Dembele going at you, Kvara. It's insane what they can do on offense and how just free flowing they are, right? And it's that time of year, similar to last year. They've struggled during the group stages of Champions League and got it together and turned it up a notch, in the knockout stages. So I think right now, I think they are the favorite to win. I think Bayern's in trouble. I think PSG beats Bayern pretty soundly,
Can't
right?
defend the way they did today against PSG.
No,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I
Can't
agree
defend
too.
like that.
PSG is more technical in front of net. Kvara and
That's what
Dembele
I'm saying. You
are better
can't
finishers than Mbappe and Vinny.
you cannot give PSG those chances because they will punish you. Time and
Do
space,
it.
PSG's. I mean that the goal that Dembele scored. I mean,
My
how
God,
many goals did he miss in that first game? But the second game, right? Just a little pull it to your what was it? Pull it to his left or pull it to his right, and
pulled it to his
just
left.
yeah.
You don't.
It
Both his
seems
legs, bro.
so simple.
Five-star weak foot, man. He could shoot
Yeah,
with his right. He could shoot with his left. Place behind. It's sick. He's nice.
Yeah.
and you're so shocked, right, that he has so much time. John, thoughts? PSG.
Like you said, I just think like they're grateful. They should be grateful to the league that gives them a couple weekends off from time to time, right at the perfect time where they're clicking.
They
I
are
mean,
well rested.
goes a long way, man. I mean, no one can tell me otherwise. That's not, I thought even if they played over the weekend against Rennes, who are chasing the title, by the way, or would give them difficulty in terms of like putting them off balance for the Champions League. Probably not, but it can go a long way. Injuries happen, fatigue, stuff like that. But I thought obviously PSG was always a better team all around.
What do
Like
we think of
yesterday,
Liverpool's effort, though?
I thought it was good. I think it got better when
Definitely
they
better than the
brought on.
first game.
Yeah, I thought it got better when they brought on Salah and they brought on the Rio kid.
Yeah,
So
The
Etiquette is
youngster.
done, right? Etiquette is
that
done for the
Done.
World Cup.
Torres
Towards
Achilles, yeah.
Achilles.
Achilles.
That's
Yeah.
that's a shame. That's
But
a
I thought,
shame.
but like, I think what Marquinhos made like a massive save when it was 0-0.
But
Like,
yeah, this guy's
like,
foot in the way.
oh my God. And he's like fucking pumped and like punching the air, punching
Game
his chest.
changes. The game
But
changes
that's one
if that
nothing at
goal is early.
Anfield, and
Yeah,
you're off to that right now. And so I think defensively, they're pretty good. I mean, when Marquinhos and Pacho are on, they're also probably one of the better center back duos in the world as
unbelievable.
well.
Yeah, unbelievable.
So they're also legit. So and then Vitinha does what Vitinha does. Neves does what he does.
Solid, bro. It's fucking
Those
insane.
two are just so well oiled, and in that system that kind of Luis Enrique has them in. And then Dembele kind of works hard, and then when he can pop up in moments and be clinical as he can be, and make you pay for giving him an inch, and he'll do that. So I don't know. PSG are scary at the right time per usual. I mean, not lucky for Bayern Munich. So
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking even last year when PSG met Arsenal in the semi, like Arsenal had one of the best defensive records last year, right? And even still this year. And PSG just gets one or two, three chances, and they're going to be as efficient as ever. I
yeah,
think for me,
that's what they
that's what
did.
PSG is. They're just so efficient with their chances. If they meet a more defensive team like an Arsenal, you still just
You need
can't
to get it
give
right.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
still can't make no mistakes.
And
Zero
that's what happened.
mistakes.
That's what happened last year at home. We played at the Emirates, one
Exactly.
nothing. Dembele had one shot, one
That's what I'm
chance. We
saying.
scored, and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
we missed a fuck ton.
Yeah.
Donnarumma was massive in that game. He had like 4 or 5 saves. I'm like, holy shit! Like we're actually putting it on them and creating chances, and we're not scoring them. And these guys get one or two, and that's kind of cringe. And then same thing with the second leg as well. Dominant, creating chances, and we can only get one, and we lost 2-1.
So the first leg for Bayern PSG is going to be at the Allianz Arena in Munich. So uh,
Is
a
it
chance
really?
a chance for Bayern to bounce back off their performance today, because definitely wasn't the Bayern that we're used to seeing. And again, PSG has a chance to get on the front foot there and punish them early. Speaking of early, so I want to talk about the Barca game for a second, because there's a lot of chatter pre-match. Yamal changes his photo to the LeBron, coming back from 3-1 over the Warriors in that championship run. And then 40 seconds into the game, he has a fucking glorious chance to just completely change the series around. And, Atleti makes a big save, and then Barca still goes up. And then we know how that game ended, right? Barca get the goal, and then Atleti gets their one moment from the Barca high line. Again, the double-edged sword of the Barca high line. And then Barca got another one. And then they were just fell short off the tie. So Atletico goes through on aggregate 3-2 and will face the Arsenal, which we'll talk about in a second. But thoughts on the Barca game, because it was a really intense game at the Metropolitano.
Now that's overhyped football. I'm sorry, that is just what it is. Lamine Yamal.
The
Listen, I love
Phantom
that.
is what they were calling him.
I like him.
The
I
Phantom.
really like him. I like Lamine Yamal. His first half performance was high intensity, fluid. When he's on it,
He wanted it.
so difficult to get the ball off him. He can beat 2-3 guys, 4 at moments. He can create stuff, right? But then it's just about him. It's just about him.
I totally agree.
It's just about him.
Totally agree.
It really is. And there's not a Barcelona fan out there that can tell me that I'm wrong. It's just about him.
I totally
It's
agree.
just about him, his antics, his publicity, his social. It's just about him. It's not about his boys. Like, my man had a broken nose and he was just chilling, like, as if
Sitting
like
on the ball at the or farming.
because that's what he was trying
Or
to do.
farming.
He was waiting for the cameras to get on him, and then all the posts, and then boom, they concede. So for me, that's one thing. I'm like, okay, dude, you know you're good. We all know you're good. But one thing that you've been chasing for the last 10 years is the UCL. And so far, you guys can't deliver past the quarters and the semis. So, yeah, and I also think this highline football, or this kind of total football that gets, I guess, perceived when you talk about Barcelona. When you watch it in UCL, it's kind of like, I don't know.
You can't win the USL playing that way.
Was Pedri the Pedri that everyone yaps about yesterday? Was he that guy? Like, people want to tell me that these young lads are better than other guys that we watch play in the Prem, in the midfield, and they go out and turn out performances like that against a team that they play year in, year out, at least 2 to 3 times a year. You should be putting on a clinic against these guys because them, right? I think you're more knowledgeable on the opponent. So, like, guys like Pedri, and like they dropped a stinker yesterday. I thought he was terrible. There's no one can tell me he was. Fermin Lopez and I think Yamal were the best players.
I agree.
And
Yeah.
Ferran Torres for Barcelona.
Yeah, great goal.
Those 3 guys
Yeah, and it was my mistake.
great.
Barca were up 2-0.
Up
And they were
2-0.
about
I
to
thought
be
they
up
were great.
3-0 if it wasn't for that big save on the header, and then the
Yeah.
The goal is
cleat
nice
to the
for
face,
Musso.
and then
So I didn't even know
what
who
was
I
it?
was.
2-3 minutes later, boom, that Atleti goal happened.
Yeah, literally. Because and then I
That's
was like,
what happened,
okay.
yeah.
And then everything else just kind of just damned. Like, their outside backs are kind of just.
You
I think
gotta
Cancelo's okay.
question just flick ball, right? Like,
I would
it's
agree,
a Barca
yeah.
team. It's a Barca team that's 100% better than a Atletico team over both games. You can't not win that series when you're clearly better than that Atletico team. That you already beat their ass a bunch of times in the league already. They just played last weekend, right?
Yeah. In the Copa del Rey. Yeah.
It's different than the cup. You don't need to go out and play the way Barca plays in a cup. Barca was up 2-0, right? They made that comeback. You don't have to play a high line at that point. You can
Correct.
adjust and switch. You don't have
You
to
can play
be
your
that
style of football.
risky.
You can play your style of football. Retain the football. Play with who you have. Be possessive minded, and then attack when the game tells you to attack. Because all Atletico's going to do is drop in and beat you on the counter, and they can't counter you if you have the ball and you're in good positions on the field.
They did play a high line though for various moments.
I think they didn't sit in until the second half. They were playing like to go get a goal before they scored that first goal. They were going for a little bit. They were kind of pushing high. That's why we were surprised. Someone said they're playing for round ball. I'm like, they're actually not playing her round ball when they conceded both goals. They were kind of pressing high. They were a little up the pitch. They're like, okay, let's kind of take it to them a little bit. I mean, if Atletico makes 2 mistakes, I think, granted, but they get paid for it, you know? So, but then afterwards, in the second half, they got the goal, and they were kind of just, before even the red card, kind of just in place, kind of just going with the flow.
Yeah.
Hey, have the ball here, have the ball there. But they were up 3-2 in aggregate, so you can do that. And then they were just, hey, can Musso make another 3, 4, 5 saves? Can our defense do what they need to do? And then can we catch them on the counter? And then guess what? Counter. Or they lose the ball in possession, and then red card. And then that's all she wrote.
Araujo too, last minute chance there.
The red cards only happen because they're playing such a high line. If they're not playing that ridiculous high line, they're not getting caught with that red card this game and that red card last game. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Is
don't
because
know.
your players are not good enough, or is because people? I know Isaiah's like,
They're
oh, do we
they're
blame the
put in those
players or do we
risky
blame the
situations.
system? Correct. I think due to the system that I guess your players aren't good enough to play, you then put them in a situation where not that they have to do it, but sometimes those things just happen, right?
Mhm.
Like Eric Garcia got tangled up and it clip, and then boom,
Yeah.
right? So those situations don't happen if you're in better positions on the field or like tactically set up, I guess. In a sense.
There's not many teams that can play such a high line and be successful, right? Like it's a very tough way to play. You need like players that are super speedy and with good IQ. There's
Athletic.
not many. It's not many players that can play that, right? So you can't expect these Catalan niggas like.
There's a reason why most teams don't play it for the whole 90 minutes.
I can't. I'd never seen. I think Koundé got cooked every time against Lookman.
Yeah, look,
Man,
man,
yeah,
Lookman's a
Oh my
demon,
god,
man.
I could not.
Lookman was the key.
Oh, he was
Was
fantastic,
the
but
key
you know what I'm
yesterday.
saying?
What a
Like,
Could have
pickup
another
for
one.
Atletico.
but he was like 35 million in January. Like that's
Yeah.
such a under the radar signing, and the guy is just like flying for Atletico. People are like, "Oh, I can't believe he went to Atletico. He's about to play some like disgusting football."
I mean, that's the right place to go if you're him.
He's like, "Okay, cool. Get me on
Yeah,
Atletico. I'm in a semifinal. UCL tie. They signed him and the guy, the left back. Oh my god, the Italian guy
also
from
from Atalanta.
Atalanta too.
There's
Yeah,
the three
Yeah,
guys and the goalie.
the
he's
goalie
from
came from
Atalanta as
Atalanta.
well.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's good
Yeah.
recruitment.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
solid recruitment. I'm like, yo, this. To be fair, you gotta tip your hats off to guys like Coque and like Llorente and Griezmann. I
Dirty
feel like
work.
Griezmann was in kind of like a flow state yesterday. He would pick the ball up in the middle of the pitch with pressure, get out of it, receive, touch, play. Julian Alvarez was okay. I think Julian Alvarez had a couple moments, but I thought he was more of like a role guy yesterday. He was working really hard. He was picking up guys, right? But then like Llorente, oh my god, I thought this
So
guy
good.
was animal. I think he was just outstanding on both sides of the ball. I'm like, whatever you're doing with like when you're like grounding, you guys hear about that little method he does? He walks
Oh, with
around
the
the
feet.
grass
Yeah.
Barefoot.
with the feet, with his
He's
hair all
one with
out.
the earth, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
but what
the
the
football receiver as well.
yeah, dude. So I just thought, yeah, I just Barcelona. I mean, we talked about it last year, man. When we talk about Barcelona, their highline. I mean, it's just not
We
it's gonna,
knew they can't win the Champions League
the
like that.
Champions League. The
We knew they
Champions League,
can't win the
correct?
Champions League like that.
Yes, correct.
And everybody is saying it. Everybody on Paramount, Henri, Grella, they're all saying, and it's true.
You give him another year. I think you give him another year, right? You trust Flick and his. I don't think he's gonna change. I think next year they do it and they run it back the
No,
same
man.
way. I don't think he changes.
Listen,
brother.
listen. If I'm the president, owner, whatever, Barcelona, I run it back, but I say you have to change the way you play in Champions League. In La Liga, do what you got to do. You won it. It's proven. Fine. But in Champions League, you need to play differently, and you need to find players to play differently.
But I mean, I don't think you're gonna change your style of play for a handful of games, right? Because I think that's like his
Okay, well,
identity.
It
I agree
honestly
with you.
just play the same way they're playing, but when they're up, like chill. That's it. Honestly,
Adjust.
adjust.
Yeah.
Situation football.
awareness.
That's it.
Yeah, like be aware of your situation, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Because you can live by it, die by it, but fuck, that's not gonna win you trophies. The one they want, at least.
Yeah, I mean
The one they
it's
want, at
tough,
least.
man. It's tough. It's tough when somebody is only within their own ways. We could talk about United and Amorim, right? Same thing. You make a change, you see the way they're playing now. So I do think there needs to be a change, whether it's the coach or whether it's the system. There needs to be something because they can't run it back and do the same thing.
I mean, the
Yeah,
most successful
they can't.
coaches, in the world of all time were very fluid and adjust. Like they adjusted well
Correct.
to their tactics, right? Like Ancelotti, Mourinho, Pep, not as much, and that's why he doesn't win Champions League as often, right?
He has this year though, right?
This year he's changed because the players are different, right? So
But that's what I'm saying.
again, I think
He
he
realized.
finally admitted it. Like, oh, we can't play the way we were playing prior or the way we want to play. I need to completely switch the way we do things. And
That's
you
what
can
I'm saying.
tell. You just kind of have to adapt to whatever is trendy or
situation.
whatever is happening right now in terms of football, right? Whether it be ugly, whether it be highline, whatever it is, I think you need to just figure it out.
The
And I
high
think Pep.
press with 4, like,
So I'm saying, yeah, it's football evolves and it develops yearly, and things change all the time. People put their antics, people put their tactics in, and if it sticks and it starts to work, people are gonna use it, right? And then people just have to adapt to it, and people kind of change. So yeah, that it's just what it is, right? It's probably not the prettiest at times, but if it gets you over the line, it gets you to what you need to do. I'm pretty sure Barcelona fans would be happy if they were winning off set pieces and locking it in, and they go to the semifinal for Champions League.
Right.
They would
Right.
be, right? They can't be like, oh, Hansi Flick ball, and he's gonna didn't work, right? Unfortunately.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the past couple of years before Flake, it was the style sucked and the results sucked. Now it's like the style's great and the results are mid.
Same.
Good in some
Right.
places and
La
not
Liga great, but Champions League not where they want to be. So
correct.
there's a gap. There's a gap to be filled there. And to be honest, good on Simeone, man. Because I think this Atletico team is playing a little differently. They brought in some good players in the winter. They're gonna play a Copa del Rey final soon. So Champions League semifinal. And I really like his quote about Yamal and talking about how he used to face a demon like Ronaldo. So Yamal doesn't scare him, right?
That was a
And I
real
thought that
quote.
was. I mean, if it is or not, listen.
It's the truth. It's a real.
It is
Correct.
true, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's not a real quote, I mean, he definitely thought it. You know what I mean? Because, but I totally agree with you, John. I think even when you watch Barca play, it really is all about Yamal. Like you
Yeah.
see less link up compared to like a Messi, for example. Messi was always looking to link up, boom, 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 boom. Even when he was top of the box, get it back, goal. Yamal really does play like it's just
Selfish.
for him, right? And the aura farming and the changing the pictures, right? Like when did the greats do that? I'm sure, if Messi and Ronaldo grew up, more into
In
that
this
social
era,
media scene like Yamal, would they have been like that? I doubt it. They did their speaking more on the field.
I mean,
But we're just seeing.
Ronaldo, like growing up, right? Like when he was 17, 18, like people didn't like Ronaldo. People thought he was arrogant, similar to like how people view Lamine as arrogant, right? But Ronaldo came in clutch and showed like, yo, this guy's gonna be a great, right? Obviously, Lamine's fantastic right now, but 5 years from now, we don't know what Lamine's gonna be. Oh, Ronaldo, we knew that's the guy for the next
he
15
was in the
years, right?
he was in the Prem, he was in the United, and Fergie trusted this guy, and you're like, okay, cool, Fergie's gonna take him somewhere because you trusted Fergie too, right? You trust Fergie and what he had built or what he was building, and then you're like, okay, cool, he's gonna be in good hands. And Hansi Flick, you're like,
He
do
just
you
let Lamine
trust?
do whatever. I think,
Yeah, do you trust Hansi Flick with Lamine? And hey, you can do as you please. I mean, when you're that good, you can, right? You really can. Like I'm not gonna say you can't, but to what point do you need to put a leash on it and be like, hey,
Yeah, he
you
has
need to do
given
this and that.
he has given the young guys free range, which is why I think he's gotten the most out of this younger generation and has been a big reason why this Barca team kind of rejuvenated over the last couple of years. But I do agree. Like at some point step in and be like, what are you doing? Right? For the social media stuff. Like at some point you gotta be like, just cut it out. Talk on the
You
field.
have
Post that
to.
post that after you come back and be Atletico,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's instinct. Yeah, like the LeBron thing is pretty nuts, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
It's wild to post that and then lose, right? Like
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
insanity, man.
Like you just called yourself LeBron James. Like, do you know the magnitude of the like what you're saying? Like the magnitude of that, like you have to know. You have to know if this doesn't go right for you, what's gonna happen. Like if this goes left and you lost, which they did, what is going to happen to you, bro? Like,
It just fuels Atletico, right? And Atletico's
yeah.
players that see all this, right?
And,
Correct.
Like
and no one can tell me, oh,
Messi and
he's only
Ronaldo weren't
18.
doing that, man. Messi and Ronaldo were not doing that.
And get me out
None
of
of
here
the
with
greats.
the oh, he's only 18. You're hating on an eight. Like, he's playing a man's game with grown men. And a
Yeah.
lot of all these people are like 22 to 28 range, and I get he's 18, but if you're gonna speak out and do this and do that, you gotta deliver all the time.
I'm also
All
gonna say
the
something as well,
time.
though. I'm also gonna say something as well. Because this team is so young, the leadership, right? Think about the captains of Barca in the past. If they had a Yamal and Yamal was doing things like that, they would fuck him up
Put him in his
and they
place,
would
yeah.
put him in his place. Correct. I don't see Araujo doing that. I don't see who else is the captain in Barca. I don't see the captains stepping in and reeling in Yamal. Yamal
Like a Carlos Puyol just
like a
watching like
Puyol,
Lamine
exactly like a
or
Puyol, like a
Dude,
Iniesta.
Xavi.
imagine.
You hear that
Yeah.
story all the time about Henri when Henri looked at Mesquite Club in the stadium. I don't know if you guys heard this story. So Henri looks at the sign, right? It says Mesquite Club in the last stadium in Camp Nou. And I forget who he goes to, and he's like, what the hell is this? Like I think he was, like not happy at the club. And Xavi Xavi comes behind him and is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Before you win anything in this club, don't say shit. So until you win something, then you could talk shit. And Henri's like, and didn't respond back. He's like, shit, that's what it means to
Got
be
it.
in this club. He has all the right to tell me to shut up. There's no leadership. There's no leadership like that currently in this Barca group to reel in a player like Yamal. Sadly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
either, yeah.
Valid.
I mean, and all the greats. I mean, when a club is great, you've always had that leadership at a certain point, right? At a certain point, at any point, in any club's history, when they were great, they always had a guy or those guys that they like.
The old heads, the unks to
I
look
gotta
up
stay
to,
in
you know?
line.
No unks.
No line.
No
No
unks.
unks in this Barca group.
You gotta have one or two or three of them, like someone they can look up, be like, you know what, I gotta know my place and I gotta know what I need to do, and
Yeah.
I'm here for the group and not for myself.
I mean, think about it. Who captains really? It's Araujo, it's Pedri sometimes, it's Lewandowski. I'm not scared of any of those guys.
Rafinha.
Rafinha. I'll be scared of Rafinha not being in this Champions League tie is a big loss.
Yes, I agree.
Let's be honest
For
there as
Rafinha
well.
also, he doesn't like embody Barca, right? He came to Barca from Leeds 2 years ago, right?
Right.
So it's not like
He probably kind of encourages that kind of
yeah.
BS.
But yeah, I guess you see that on any team, right? Let's say PSG, right? PSG has a Marquinhos to look up to, right?
Correct. Correct.
Bayern
Donnarumma.
has a Neuer.
Man, Bayern has Vincent Company, man. If
Vincent
if
Kompany,
somebody
yeah.
steps out of line, Vincent Company is gonna fuck
sure.
you up. So again, I think
Chelsea has a Tosin. That's why Chelsea is shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
lack of
you're right.
leadership, man.
Yeah.
Lack of
Yeah,
leadership.
dude.
I
Yeah.
think for me, that's what it really came down to in this Barca side. And again, I think Atletico, Henry said it as well. Like Atletico just played for the team, put everything forward. You know, everybody doing the dirty work, like you mentioned, John. And again, deserving result. They got the 2-0 win at Camp Nou. When you win at 2-0 at Camp Nou, you're bound to go to the next round. So Atletico moved through 3-2 on aggregate. They defeat and knock out Barcelona. Barcelona stays home. And then the last game, which will be Atletico's rival, the Arsenal,
I
0-0.
just saw a post that versus just dropped. When you say that, it says Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal, the Dark Arts versus the Shithousery Supremos. Unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Fasten your seatbelt. This UCL semifinal is about to be Harambal Clasico.
I know. Everyone's
my God.
talking about the haram ball, putting them in fucking the terrorist, the get up. Pretty wild. Pretty
Crazy,
wild.
dude.
But Arsenal win 1-0 on aggregate. They got the goal in the first leg in Portugal. Sporting, you know, I think Sporting did not capitalize on their chances in both legs, and Arsenal just couldn't really get through and got the one goal that they needed to go through.
Thierry wasn't happy today.
No.
Just about he's not happy. I think he's looking at like obviously Arsenal's form has dipped a bit, right? At least with their offensive creativity. I mean, it's kind of been a bit of that all season, right? Just a little lack of creativity, but it's showing now when they're not capitalizing on scoring goals in other ways, right? So
Correct.
Thierry's not happy that you know there's nothing exciting or about their offense, right? And he's nervous about this City game on Sunday. I guess we'll talk about that later, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, Thierry's not happy with what he's seeing from Arsenal currently.
Well, he's pretty. I was.
He was happy. He was happy that they won and the club made it to semis. And
he's happy they got
won.
through.
Doesn't matter. But what he's seeing, he's not happy.
I mean, you can't be happy. I mean, obviously, but it's just tough, dude.
It's a tough one, right?
Yeah, it's just a tough one because people are saying they're happy that they're in it. Other people say, you know what, we're not happy because of what we're playing. You know, it's not sustainable. But I think it's not. I think anything you do for too long, I guess, at a high level, it's going to dip during certain points. It's how you can ride it out, how you ride those like ugly moments out, right? So yeah, we're not scoring off set pieces. We're not being creative going forward. So we're kind of like in the gate, right? We're kind of just like through the motions. Like for me today, I thought, yeah, Sporting was good in moments, like very technically good in tough areas. I think they hit the post in the first half, but other than that, kind of like at arm's length. You know when you're boxing for fucking 12 rounds and you're just getting the points and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna take this the length and then I'm gonna end up winning regardless because I'm gonna fucking win my points, right? That's how I kind of felt today, and it felt on last week too. So it's kind of one of those. Maybe I don't know if we thought that we played the inferior team and we had enough in the tank to just get over the line. Is it frustrating? Yes. Am I mad? No.
I think Arsenal fans just want to see that like a standout stomping of a performance that they haven't seen in a very long time.
Correct. Like last year when we beat City 5-2 at the Emirates. like one of those, like kind of like
Even
solidifying, like
Madrid, right? Against Madrid in Champions League
Madrid.
last year.
Yeah,
That
correct.
was their
Yeah,
standout
yeah.
performance. There hasn't been one in, I think, months.
We haven't had one of those, right? So I think either, I mean, as an adult that plays professional football that gets paid fucking 200K a week, you have probably the biggest game of your season this Sunday. And the building block is you're in a European final, I mean, European semifinal, back to back, right? First time in your club's history that you're in this position, and you have 3 games potentially that can lead you into a European success. Can you find that kind of extra grit or extra push for Sunday? Because ideally, it's not a one-off game either,
I think
right?
Sunday is the make or break of the
Yeah,
season
I
almost.
think so. I think and it's not a one-off game. So I was reading like, who's the pressure on more? Do you want to be Arsenal in this situation? Or do you want to be City? I mean, City have the momentum. Arsenal are up. You need 3 points or you need 1 point. Even with 3 points, you can still, if you lose the 3 points and you get 0, you can still win the league.
Yeah, I
Whatever
just
goal
think
differential or they win out, right? So I think big mental wise though. It's all here. I don't think it's anything else. I think it's a mental battle because you have fans turning against you at the wrong time, which is piss poor. I think
it's
I was
bad
talking to
from
somebody, I'm
Arsenal
like,
fans.
I think Arsenal TV is I've said it before on here, is the worst thing that's ever happened to this fan base in his existence, bro. It is the fucking worst thing. Those people are fucking terrible. They are disgusting. Like
It
league,
ruins the club.
bro. Gunner, I think what's his name, Gunner Lee. That I didn't even
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
bro. Him,
I seen this video. I'm like,
Troops,
what is going
bro.
on?
They are terrible to this club. They are the worst possible footballing fans that you can probably share a room with, that you can listen to.
Why do you say that, John?
I just because they, I feel like when you're criticizing football and you're like, whether it's your team or not your team, you have to go and you have to criticize with like an open mind, be emotional and be um
Remember that they're human beings.
Practical.
but yeah, people be emotionally consistent. Don't be a twat. Like I feel like a lot of these pundits or a lot of these people that are online and giving their background on
For
things
the
are
clicks, man. For the clicks,
it's
for the
more
views.
it's more emotion. It's more emotion than kind of like, hey, let me take a step back. Let me look at it as a fan perspective, and let me look at it and then like a total football perspective, like in both ends. And then can I find some emotion in it? Yeah, of course. Like obviously, I against Bournemouth we lost. I was so upset, and I'm like, shit. Like the fans are booing the Arsenal players. Do they deserve it? Yes,
A little bit.
a little bit, but if I'm thinking as an Arsenal player, like, okay, cool, we deserve that because we didn't put a good enough performance. Can we put our big boy pants on, go midweek, back at home, and get to the semifinals? And that's what you did. And now can you build off that, right? So I think for me as an Arsenal fan, who you know me, when I'm on a high with them, I'm emotional, I'm big time, you know. But I'm not gonna also sit here and just emotionally
You're not gonna crucify them.
vomit, but also emotionally vomit everywhere and just be absurd about it, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'll tell you like who's terrible, who's not terrible, who needs to be better, who does need to be better, right? So like things like that. But these like fans online, oh my god, dude, that's why I try to stay off Twitter now. I actually do after like Arsenal games, not even for like people bantering me, like people making like jokes at me, but like actual like
But your own
Twitter Arsenal
fans.
fans. Oh my
Yeah,
god, dude, it's fucking terrible.
yeah.
Bro, I've been seeing gotta get Zuby out of here, gotta get Declan Rice out of here from Arsenal fans. I'm like, what is going on?
Zubimendi has been
Crazy.
one of our best players all year. He's had 2 bad games in terms of offensive football and not progressing the football, and people want to kill him.
They want to get him out of here.
No, they don't. Which I don't
Crazy.
understand. He's played the most minutes. Him and Declan Rice have played the most minutes all year. How can you be like, let's say, an A+ rating every single game for what 70 games? How do you keep that consistency every single game without feeling fatigue, without getting injuries? Or not coming back from injuries and trying to be the best every single time. That's where I think where fans I think lose it a little bit. Where like this one-off game, they're like, oh fuck. But that's because I think we want to win the title so bad.
Yeah,
These guys are
That's
so
yeah.
the
anxious.
Premier League's #1.
I agree. I said it before. I think Premier League is number one.
It's nerve-wracking times, man, because
It's very nervy.
like I said, I brought it up last pod. That Carabao Cup, I think, was so big because it's only been downhill from that loss, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
been consistent, similar performances from Arsenal. And now it's a point where City's knocking and City's flowing, and it's City on a high and Arsenal on a low. So who knows what we see Sunday?
What Henri said this. He goes, I think Kate Abdul kind of framed that question the same. It was like, but Arsenal was playing like kind of like more fluid, like free, better football early in the season. Henri's like, no. the way we win and the way we lose are very similar. He goes, there's not much difference. Like we're not a creative team. We're not a free flowing footballing team. We've won this way all year, and then when we lose, kind of lose the same way. There's not really that big of a difference. Like on Sunday, I think the game plan from Pep's can be the same as a Carabao Cup, and Arsenal same thing.
Yeah, Thierry, I think that word for it. If Arsenal play the way they've played the last month and a half, they lose on Sunday. That's what Thierry said today. So I don't know,
Probably.
but you
I think
never know. There's always
just a-
luck in soccer, right?
it's a weird time too.
If it's Arsenal's year, they win on Sunday. That's just how it is. They could play shit football.
Or a
If
tie.
it's Arsenal's year, they won on Sunday. Yeah,
or tie, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tie is big.
A tie is big
Tie
too.
is big.
A tie is big. Yeah, it's one of those where can you just see it over? I mean, you gotta just go play.
You know what would be just
Tough
the
to
most
say.
horrific, like you hang from the rafters off the bridge is if Arsenal bottle the league, they get to the Champions League final, they beat Atletico, and then lose in the final. Second place. That would be the most horrific way to just the season end, bro.
Terrible, right? I mean,
That would be just. I would rather lose against Atletico than get to the final for Arsenal fans just because of the second place. Like just
Yeah.
get it over with the loss. Yeah, I can't
There's
imagine.
gonna be
getting to
so
the final.
many. There's gonna be so many Bayern or PSG fans that day if that happens.
Oh my God, it's gonna be insane.
It's gonna be literally half the world versus Arsenal if that happens.
Or
Yeah, it'd be bad.
Oh, it's gonna be fucking terrible.
yeah, it's gonna
People
be bad.
are gonna hate people. People see us in the semifinal and already fucking hate it. They fucking don't want us.
Let's talk about like Atletico, Arsenal. How do you think that matches up?
It's
Because
just, I think it's a chess game.
Arsenal, yeah, it's gonna be a tough
Chess
one.
game. It's a
I
chess
was
game.
thinking, I was thinking Barca is gonna be a tougher matchup for Arsenal just because they're gonna go out on attack and Arsenal needs to find offense to get Barca. But this Atletico game isn't any easier, right?
No,
It's
not at all.
I think
Over
it's
two
harder.
legs.
I think it's
Over
harder.
two legs. Over two
Yeah.
legs. I think it's gonna
It's
be like
tough.
a one off 1-0 0-0 2 like a 1-1. It's gonna be if we don't because we beat them 4-0 at home during the group stage, right? That no longer matters.
That does
Right.
not
That
matter.
doesn't. This is a different Atletico side. They made some signings. We're trying to find form in terms of scoring again. If we can capitalize in the moments, because that's what we did early on, it's going to be one of those 1-0, 1-1, 0-0. But I think it's going to be very tactical. It's going to be very kind of like side to side,
I
sitting
think he plays.
in.
I think he plays similar to how Pep did. I think he's gonna high press with the 4
Should
because
really-
the high press worked against Barca. So why not?
Simeone's watching this game on Sunday and seeing what Pep's doing. Whatever Pep's doing, he's gonna
100%.
try to do, bro.
Yeah,
100%.
I also think, I mean, to be fair, Raya in goal is like 10 times better than having Kepa in goal.
I mean,
for the
for
high
sure.
press. For the high press, because Kepa breaks, not Kepa, Raya breaks lines like a fucking madman. And he's like
Yeah.
willing to play that ball into the middle and kind of jumpstart that kind of counter. So if they do press. But that's what City did against Chelsea. They high pressed. And Chelsea caught him a few times on the left-hand side on the counter. So I
Yeah.
think defensively, I mean, it's gonna be different. Let's see. We'll see on Sunday how it goes. It's definitely gonna be a fucking bumpy one. I'll tell you that. Big week this week, bro.
Arsenal
Wanna know.
Atletico first game is at the Emirates. So
Is it really?
yeah,
Is that good or bad for you?
Are you sure? I thought I saw.
I'm looking now on Google.
I think it's hold on first.
Fact check me. While you fact check, where are you guys watching the game on Sunday?
Weird.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
it's semifinal first leg Wednesday 29th of April 8 p.m. Estadio Metropolitano.
Really? Oh.
And then Tuesday May 5th 8 p.m. Arsenal Stadium.
So the Google's got it wrong. Maybe the Bayern one's wrong too, though.
I don't. Yeah, it's the higher seed plays second. They
Okay.
changed that from last year's format because they didn't want it to be that way anymore.
Got it.
Because remember when Arsenal played fucking Madrid away and then PSG away on both legs, and we finished higher. So I think they changed that in terms of the format, which makes more sense.
Okay.
So yeah, so there's that.
Sunday, where are you watching the game, John?
I don't know, but Mendy, man of the match today, bro. Come on, give it to him, my boy. He needs that big morale boost for Sunday. Me Sunday, I'm probably gonna watch at the crib, man. So pull up to the crib.
I have the shower on Sunday.
But
I know
what
I
time is the
gotta go later on. So
yeah, exactly. The game's at 11:30, brother. Boom, pop in and then go to
I'll
the shower right after.
I'll probably be at a bar somewhere or something.
This
watching
motherfucker
it.
be in the bar twiddling his fingers. I don't
You
know.
gotta drink just to lower down the nerves a bit.
I do want to watch the game. I'm definitely gonna watch the
It's
game.
either there or I find because Cat's gonna be at the shower too.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta find somewhere to go watch it. Probably
Veritage.
like the new Veritage.
I don't know, man. That's a game where I gotta watch it at home.
Right at
Fucking
home. That's what I'm feeling
volume
too.
blasting.
Probably at home.
The
Yeah.
nerves.
Yeah, it's
The
gonna be
nerves
one.
high.
It's gonna be a different one. I'm just gonna be like, all right, cool, here we go.
All right, let's
Big week.
talk about the big headline from the World Cup planning. It's been reported that many of the World Cup venues will not be allowed to tailgate. So we reported in the last pod that it was only going to be MetLife, or when the report came out, it was just MetLife for that moment. But now it's being reported that multiple stadiums, maybe all the stadiums, I'm not sure, but Philly is in that, sadly. And then the latest report is from NJ Transit that they might raise the prices from New York Penn to MetLife to be around $100, which the ride right now, I think it's like $12.50. They said, so it would be a massive, massive, massive increase. Obviously, people are not happy about it, wanting me. But thoughts on this wild and ridiculous just stripping of American culture with tailgating. A lot of Philadelphians are like, there's no way that FIFA is going to stop Philadelphia or Philadelphians from tailgating. So those have been really good memes on Twitter. But damn, like, what the fuck, man? The World Cup just keeps getting worse and worse and more expensive and really shitty. First,
Yep.
you can't tailgate, then you can only go via public transportation. Now public transportation is $1,000 fucking dollars.
Ridiculous.
So it's insane, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just shameful, despicable, just very.
We do not
In a way,
deserve.
in a way, it is
we don't
almost
deserve
very
another World Cup.
American, right? In a
Yeah.
way, it is American. It's very capitalistic and greedy, right? So hate to see it. I don't think America deserves another World Cup, unfortunately.
We should not. But the problem is, we're gonna make a fuck ton of money. FIFA's gonna make a fuck ton of money, and
Which at
and
the
they're
end
gonna
of the
run
day
it
looks
back.
bad, right? Because FIFA is supposed to be a non-profit, right? You know, for the people, and
Oh, come on,
what they've shown is the complete opposite, right?
it's been
So
disgusting. It's gotten
and
to a point where I'm
not
disgusted and
defensive.
I'm mad at myself for for
Having
going to a
hopes.
game.
Hopes.
No, well, not even that. Just for going to a game and supporting this
Yeah.
fucking ridiculousness.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly hoping it's empty stadiums.
For some of the
Shit,
games, they haven't been
shit show.
selling. They haven't been selling.
Like fancy everything that's going on now, and then they expect them to pay $300 for, or sorry, more than that, $500 for Ecuador, Curacao, and Kansas City, right? It's
Right.
like,
Right.
how does that promote the fans to want to come out to support when you see all this?
$100 from New York to MetLife, which, by the way, you have to stop at Secaucus, get off, fucking go up and down and go to another train. It's fucking awful. Boston, same thing, by the way. Boston's charging, I think, $95, close to $100.
I think I saw 80.
80 to $95 from Boston proper
Boston.
to Foxborough.
Yeah.
And that's the only way people are going to be allowed to get in because they can't drive there.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's really bad.
It sucks. It's fucking awful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those times I'm happy Costa Rica didn't make the World Cup. I would have been ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
So
dude.
much money
Yeah,
spent.
it's so expensive. It really is, and they're just pricing everybody out. Yeah, it's really shameful. And like we mentioned, Russia, Qatar, and I'm pretty sure other World Cups in the past, like public transportation was free.
Free, yeah.
Yeah. So
I think Chuck Schumer tweeted about it today. He was requesting FIFA
yeah, I saw that.
to put in money or pays for it so that it's free or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It should be FIFA and the government should figure it out, right? I don't know if it's all FIFA's fault or if it's the government. I don't know, but it's a shit show for
and the other wrinkle to this is that if you're a commuter to and from New York, from Jersey, J Transit will not run during games, during like day games that are happening at MetLife.
Like
They're not going to run
work
for
days,
certain
right?
hours. Yeah,
6 hours
Yeah.
and shit.
that's fucking insane. So what are people? I mean, people are just going to stay home, right? Yeah.
Yeah, people aren't gonna go into the office those days
Crazy.
because you can't. It's I think almost impossible to go into the office
Yeah,
those days.
it's impossible. Or like for the jobs that you really need to go in, like you're gonna have to drive in.
Yeah,
You know. Oh man, it's crazy. And I know people are gonna say like, oh, it's a security thing. You know, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. If people want to tailgate, like there really is no security, right? when you go into a stadium and you're in the parking lots. I
Some of
understand that,
the
but the
tailgating
public
stuff, I think, yeah,
public
say it.
transportation is almost just as bad because
Completely different. Yeah.
it's going to be too many people in one spot. There is no security at Penn, really. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm angry.
It's scary, honestly, because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if something happens, right? Like some attack or something. And it's something I've always thought about, like even like growing up. I'm like, damn, if US ever has like a World Cup, like there's a chance some bullshit happens, right? And now they're not even making it in any way safer because they're just packing people into one area to get the games, right? So
And
I don't know.
and NJ Transit now is fucking awful. Like right now, currently, I think it's getting worse, progressively worse. Before the World Cup starts, so not good, fellas. Disappointed. We'll see.
Fuck the transit, man.
Hey, we
yeah,
got the Ecuador Philly game, the Ecuador Ivory Coast game.
Yep, in Philly.
We got that in Philly, and then after
Yeah.
that, we're just gonna enjoy the World Cup from home or at the local bars.
People are more like, we're like here and we're more like, fuck, like blown to bits about the busing, right? I feel like people are on social media more blown apart about the fucking tailgating.
Yeah.
And
It
I'm like,
sucks, dude. It sucks because you want to.
I mean, yeah, it does suck, but I mean, who gives a fuck about the tailgating? The tailgating stuff, I don't really give a shit. Like, I think obviously the less people you want in there, the people who shouldn't be there, right? In terms of if you don't have a ticket, right?
Yeah.
It should have just been that. Like, if
It
you don't have a
should've been
ticket, you
that.
can't come in.
Correct.
That's
If
it.
you have a ticket, you can go tailgate. Like, that's dope, right? If you could do that, but they probably have like fan fest and shit and like stuff, fan experience stuff, which probably
Yeah,
can
they're
be
building
wild,
that. Yeah,
regardless.
in the parking lots.
Like, maybe that's dope, right? But I think the tailgating stuff for people that don't have any business being there, like, are you taking away from an American culture thing? No, I think you're just kind of fueling some
Yeah,
kind
but
of like situations to happen.
listen. You know what though? Like, if I put myself in somebody's shoes who doesn't have a ticket, but at least wants to be close to the action, the tickets are so expensive as it is. So it is like their way of kind of being there without being there. I think that for me is what gets me mad. Is that like you priced out so many people, you're taking away all these fucking fan fests, or you're starting to charge now for some fan fests that you're just like, I don't know, you're just pricing people out. You're getting people. You're not giving people the experience that they were looking for, honestly.
I can't even imagine how rich the people are who are traveling to the US for these games, right? Like,
Facts.
you can't come to the World Cup unless you're fucking filthy rich.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible for us, and we live here. Imagine people flying here,
Yeah, that's
having to
facts.
stay at an Airbnb or at a hotel, then do the transportation it's insane, bro. That's
Yeah, dude.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're probably filthy fucking rich.
Filthy fucking rich. That's the only way you can
Filthy
come to the
fucking
World Cup.
rich, brother.
Yeah, dude, it's
Lot of
nuts.
rich
And
people.
what's crazy is that I saw some report about like hotels not seeing like the surge in demand. Obviously, it's probably because of a lot of different factors. But I thought that was pretty interesting, though.
The
So I think
hotels aren't going up?
no, like the rooms aren't getting booked. You know?
Got it.
Yeah. Obviously, they probably fucking raise the price, so people don't want to use those rooms. And a lot of people just don't want to come anymore. You know?
Yeah, I think there was.
Or people are just gonna pack Airbnbs.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I honestly think a lot of this just turned people off from wanting to come here, right? The
I don't even
ticket
want to go.
situation on it.
Yeah.
Same. So I think there's a lot of lost potential business by doing all this at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Weird.
I did see
Weird.
though, or one of you guys sent it, was the little fan fest in Ironbound around the Iberia area. That's cool.
I don't think I saw that.
I sent that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing it on Iberia. It was a free fan fest, which is
Yeah,
good idea. But yo,
Ironbound's gonna be fun during the World Cup.
yeah.
I think the Arena thing is gonna be pretty dope too.
True.
Yeah, but yo, un asadito, bro. Come on, someone's backyard, un asado, fucking cervecitas, bro. Come on, you're in the comfort of your own home. Your friends, your family.
That's for like the weekend games though. Like during the week, like it's gonna be hard to get someone to do a barbecue at like 3 p.m. on a Wednesday.
I'm gonna go down to Iberia at 3 p.m. on a Monday, bro.
I mean, I'm down. I'm just whenever you guys are off, I'm calling off from work. Doesn't matter what days, bro.
Exactly. We call off from work with un asadito at the crib, bro. Maybe we're gonna iron around for like Portugal, Colombia.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, that's the day of my wedding. Can't do that. Fuck off.
Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot.
Yeah,
we need
I forgot the day of the game.
We need a massive like screen at the wedding, just showing the games in the back.
No way, bro.
Yeah. Just don't tell my future wife.
No soccer at the wedding, bro.
Someone's gonna have it. I mean, my cousin's definitely gonna have it. He's calling.
Who family's gonna have that shit on their phone, bro?
Probably.
Right, yeah.
It's a
I mean,
later.
what
game-
time?
What time's that game?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I think the game's at 7 or 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Cocktail hour. We're gonna be
It's gonna be fucking hammered watching.
What's the game during
You're gonna be
cocktail
watching
hour?
James.
Yeah,
What's the game during? Let me see.
That's
World
gonna be straight footy.
Cup game,
Footy in the morning, right?
June 27th. I mean, there's games all day.
No, I meant like we're gonna play before, right?
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the
yeah.
morning? That'd be dope.
Yeah, Colombia, Portugal, 7:30. Panama, England at 5. That's right. That's right at cocktail hour.
MetLife too, right?
Yeah, that game's at MetLife.
Good thing
And
we're
then,
going the opposite way of MetLife.
And then
Yeah.
Argentina, Jordan, 10 o'clock.
Oh my god.
You get married at
Yeah, 3,
my
no?
ceremony's at 2, and then the party's at 5 to 12. It's going to be a day, fellas. It's going to be a day. And then for the Ecuadorians, Ecuador just confirmed 2 friendlies.
That's our World Cup right there.
One
Those are
against
our World Cup games.
Guatemala in Columbus, I believe, and then Saudi Arabia in Harrison, New Jersey. Sports Illustrated, Red Bull Arena. So we'll be there, most likely. My dad will be there.
Yeah. I mean, the tickets were pretty cheap, right? So
They weren't bad. They weren't bad.
Might have to just book that now because those tickets are gonna be $200. And
We could tailgate there.
We could tailgate.
A little asadito, a little.
It's a Saturday, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. We might have to buy that before it opens up to the public.
Yeah. I think I could buy some today. So we'll see. Fellas, right at the hour mark.
Perfect.
Was it really?
103.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
We did
we
good.
cut off like a couple minutes in the beginning. It's gonna be an hour.
Yeah. We did good. Yeah. Let's see how it is on Sunday. John, good luck. Maybe go to church.
It could be a really good pod next week for you, John.
Just pray to the Virgin Mary.
People gonna shit on me regardless. If Arsenal get 3 points, 1 point, 0 points, someone's gonna be there.
Yeah, but you'll be much happier with 3 points. So
I'll be much happier. To be honest, bro, you win, tie, lose. If at the end of the fucking season you win the trophy, I can give 2 fucks.
So no panic button, no matter what on Sunday.
No panic button. I mean, I'll start kind of fluttering a little bit.
You'll have your hand on the buzzer.
on the e-brake. I'll be right there, bro.
You won't press
But
it.
I'm not panicking yet. I promise. Not yet. I'll tell you when. I'll fucking
Boys,
panic.
always a pleasure. We'll talk soon.
in a
All right.
bit.
See you, boys.